Leo, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. Happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Happy day, happy spring equinox. We just moved into Aries season. So we finally made it through Pisces. It was a little arduous, right? Lots of water element heightened in the astrology, basically meaning feelings, emotions, things feeling extreme, right? And we kind of had to figure out, well, not only watch some of that extremeness play out, but also this value of knowing how to temper it, right? How to kind of find balance and not let it overtake us, not let it overwhelm us. But as we're moving into Aries season, it's a fire season. You're obviously fire energy. So this is kind of like your vibe, right? There's this value of investing in self when we move into the house of Aries. It's this value of putting in the time, the effort with the things that we have learned, with what we're understanding about people, situations, dynamics, even if they're not immediately changing or we're still in the process of sorting, working them out. We still need to invest in ourselves because then we're going to have a better foundation with which to work from. Mercury and Venus are in retrograde right now. They're in Aries, but they're going to retrograde back into Pisces, which is going to kind of re-enliven some of that water element. So it's a really good time to kind of make some plans, invest in self, be mindful of the things that are coming your way, especially people, situations that are trying to provoke or trying to charm you, right? That's a huge energy right now that we're working to transition away from. That Pluto in Aquarius just moved in officially last November. And so now we're really making changes around our hopes, our dreams, our ideals, what we envision our life to be. That's why I like to start off with these energy cleansings, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. It's a great way to cleanse out some of the limitation that we're coming into. It's also a really good time to set your own intention, Leo. So if you came into this with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around, definitely give those over, be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's going, how it's faring, and where it's headed, definitely hit me up. Or if you are looking for more of a rebalancing of your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're operating out of that space of alignment, our choices better align with what we actually want, right? Like we're actually choosing things that make us feel happy, fulfilled, that give some longevity and foundational support to our life, which we all deserve, right? It doesn't have to be a shit show. So if you're interested, if you resonate with my energy, with my vibe, definitely hit me up. I would love to help and support in any way possible. All that description or all that info is in the description box below, Leo. All right, with that, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama. All right, Leo, let's get into it. So energy is getting a little bit better. It's a little bit more hopeful. Northern hemisphere. It is the spring spring equinox. Let me slow down for a second. It's the spring equinox. So we're moving into Aries season. It's all about rebirth, renewal, planting the seeds. Like I said, kind of getting with yourself and understanding what your goals are, what your ideals are, what needs changing or what you see that's changing and what you want to replace that with. And there's a lot of positive support towards that. Actually, where the tension, where the frustration is coming in is around those places that we're refusing to make changes, or we're refusing to like be honest about what and who a situation person actually is and how it plays out in our life. The Chiron is harmoniously aspected to the fortune point. So we're going to find a lot more abundance when we are, quote unquote, doing the healing. And I know this is a little like whatever, kind of annoying on some levels, but when we're being open to growth, to change, to evolution, that's where we see success. It's when we stay limited and restricted, that's where we find stagnancy. And it does look like something has kind of, or is coming to fruition, something that I feel like you have seen coming. You had intuitive senses about, maybe you got a reading, maybe, you know, it just was like in your gut, etc. Something's starting to play out. And it does feel like, I'm hearing like someone's coming back to you with their tail between their legs. It does feel a little bit, yeah, like lip service is how it looks. But this is someone who knows kind of how to work you, is what I'm seeing, Leo. This is someone who knows what to say and how to say it, like what you'll respond to. And like I said, it feels like you've seen this coming for some time. Maybe in some ways you thought or figured you had cut this thing off. It looks like you do have past dealings with someone or something that just wasn't really being fully honest, fully transparent with who and what they are. And like I said, on some level, you feel separate and removed. Maybe this is just more on that mental level, but maybe for whatever reason, either they keep popping up or, you know, maybe you do keep having to have interactions with them and you can't have as much boundaries, as much distance as like what you're kind of hoping for. But things are changing. Change is on the horizon. We're seeing that a little bit more. Like I said, the more we can be honest with ourselves about what we want and how we actually want it to look, 100%. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the more Spirit's going to honor that, or, you know, whatever you ascribe to, the more you're going to find that abundance, the more you're going to be able to kind of manifest those ideals of what you want. And it's almost like we can't, in the collective energy, the astrology has really been challenging us to not get too sucked in or too fixated, focused on things of the past, because it's to our detriment, right? It's to our detriment in the way that either we can't break ties, maybe physically, yes, but not energetically, emotionally, etc. Kind of doing that complete holistic cutting of ties, if you will. If you're into like cord cutting or something along those lines, it's a great way to practice that. It might not even just be one session of, you know, you might have to do several depending on how deep this is, how deep it goes. I do kind of feel like you're waiting on something though. Like you're investing in self this week, which I feel like is really good. I feel like you're feeling strong. You're feeling like on the up and up, a little bit more inspired. You do look busy, and it looks like you don't have a lot of time and energy for additional things, but you're cultivating time for the right things is what I'm seeing. I really like this, 100%. Yeah, you're putting in the work, good work, and you feel good. But I do kind of feel like this, well, it might rear its head, or there might be some challenges is what I'm hearing. Like I'm almost seeing like someone throw something to get your attention, you know, and I heard throw stones. So it doesn't feel like it's coming across in the right way, whether it's kind of like negative attention or like they try to, be a little bit combative about an issue, about a topic. It does feel like someone or something that like either you are communicating with, or I don't know. It's someone who just like is very, very stubborn. They don't really want to budge is what I'm hearing. And some of it's coming out of their own need to self-protect. Because they're not necessarily showing that they don't want to engage with you, but whatever, something about this feels hidden. Something feels like they're keeping secrets. And it doesn't feel above board. Even if a secret is like, you're exactly what I want X, Y, and Z with you, you know, whatever, they're still not coming out and saying that. And I feel like again, it's showing that you've cut this off, what you feel at least, but it keeps rearing its head for some reason. For some reason, it's still present in your energy. You can see it, you can sense it, you can feel it. However, it's kind of popping up for you, whether it's in memory, whether it's in like actual interactions, etc. It's building up, it's moving towards this place of, you know, climax, so to speak. Sorry, that came out a little weird, because I'm also seeing like there is still some type of connection in this thing. There's still this hope. There's still this underlying theme of hope for whatever reason. Pluto is tensely aspected to Black Moon Lilith. There it goes right there, the Strength card, Leo. Like maybe what this person's situation is saying that what they want is not really in truth, in reality of what they can give. And it always stunts you. That's how it's coming through. Like it always kind of holds you down, holds you back. 8 of Swords. Because there is this, you know, this could be someone even that says the right thing, but then goes back into self-protection, right? Like a little bit of breadcrumbing energy is what I'm hearing. It's caused more stress, more burden. It shows that you have made peace with it on some level, but it also feels like it's coming back around. And again, you're feeling this. Yeah, confirmation right there with 8 of Wands. You're feeling this. This isn't something that's like necessarily coming out of left field. I also feel like Spirit's preparing you. Like I said, where we're having the most tension is like situations culminating, past karmas, things we've been dealing with for a long time, places we're finding tension, restriction, etc. Those are coming to head. We don't necessarily want it because some of this has been going on for a really long time. Some of it's super painful. Some of it we just want to turn a blind eye to or sweep under the rug. And unfortunately, I mean, I guess we have free will. You can do whatever you want, right? But at the end of the day, if it's not addressed 100%, then you're carrying it with you. You're carrying it with you into the next cycle. And we're in the beginning of a new cycle. So it is time to let go. It is time to cut ties with the things that you know specifically aren't serving you, right? Because you've seen it before, you're seeing it again. It's a habit, it's a pattern. It's hard to deny at this point because it's happened enough times where, you know, it's hard to deny. Like you can't like refuse it anymore. And you're kind of waiting for it. But again, with this shadow card, I really feel this is a lot about like testing yourself, right? And so some of this patience, maybe I already said this, I apologize, but some of this patience is just about building your grounding, building your strength, building your fortitude, i.e. the Sun, Mercury, Venus, all in Mars. Chiron's also in Aries, which is Mars energy. Mars is that value. He's the warrior, right? Mars is the warrior god. It's strength, it's determination, it's fire energy. Yeah, don't let that fire explode. I mean, I'm all about doing it peacefully to the best of our ability. Easier said than done, because we are kind of vacillating back and forth between this water and fire element in the astrology for a little bit as we fully ground into Aries season. But again, 100%, this is just confirming the more you heal, Chiron, harmoniously aspected to the fortune point, the better it's going to be. Sometimes we do just have to surrender, right? Like sometimes we do just have to let things play out. Sometimes it takes longer than what we expect, but we kind of know it's coming. And that's where I'm a huge proponent of just doing your best to like find your strength, find your stability, ground in yourself as you're coming up on this. you know, and also just using it as a learning lesson, but moving on with your life as need be, because the more you surrender as well, the more this healing and abundance is going to find its place, and it's really going to weed out the people, the places, the things that have been shady. So thank you so much, Leo. I super appreciate your time, energy always. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I would love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC, because I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. Know it blesses my heart. Know I'm sending it back your way.